Hi. I think we need to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but I never got around to talking about it. And I think it's very important that I do talk about it. It has something to do with that Bagel Boss incident about the guy that was 4 feet tall. No, not 4 feet tall. I'm sorry. That's 5 feet tall. And he had gone on like a tirade about women not liking him because he's short, and also the fact that women, he said on a dating site that women said that he should be dead at 5 feet tall. I don't know if that's true, but either way, whether or not that's true, that's pretty fucked up to tell somebody, especially a man that height. But my point is, I watched this video, and when I watched this video, this guy is just going on a tirade about how short he is, and how he's not taken seriously because of his height, and he's just going just I mean he's having like a major tirade about it, and he's complaining about how women are not taking him seriously and how they don't love him because he's a short man. In some ways I can understand that. I can feel, me personally, I'm not 5 feet tall. I'm not 5 feet tall. I'm more than 5 feet. I'm probably 5'6" or 5'8". But as you can see from my glasses, I have I have bad vision. My vision's pretty poor, so they're kind of thick. So yeah. And my self-esteem level is kind of low, and I have issues with confidence. But the thing about it is, I understood how he was feeling, and how bad how horrible it must feel, like when when he's thinking that people are taking advantage of him, but they're really probably just giving him like a compliment or a smile or something like that. I totally understand it. I totally understand it. I felt that way myself at times because I I suffer from depression. And this is the topic I want to get into. I really want to get into because I think depression is a very serious issue in any kind of community, whether you're a man, woman, child, or whatever. If you're suffering depression, then that's a problem. That's a serious problem. And I believe there are ways to treat it, and there's medicines for it and everything. But when you suffer from something like that, it's something that no one should laugh about. Now, granted, I also heard that this guy's, had a YouTube channel that's now shut down because all he did was just go to certain places, and he would have these epic meltdowns with people, like one at a 7-Eleven, probably at another restaurant or something like that. And I'm thinking, like, why in the world would you go out to? Why in the world would you go anywhere and intentionally film yourself having epic meltdowns with people? Why would you do that? So in some ways, you kind of wonder, like, is this guy just? I mean, the guy has a personality. He has things to compensate for the fact that he's not over 5 feet. It's just that he has really serious anger rage issues. And also, I also believe this guy has, more importantly than that, he has some serious self-esteem issues. He has low self-esteem issues. Well, if you can call it that, I think you can say it's low self-esteem issues. But this guy, as far as like being insecure, he has that in spades. This guy is totally insecure. And that's the sad part. That's even sadder than the fact that he goes on these epic meltdowns or these tirades just wanting to fight people. Now, to be honest with you, like I said, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Like I said, I suffer from depression myself. So I couldn't possibly say, well, I don't know what this guy, how this guy feels, and that he's totally off his rocker. Well, he kind of is off his rocker, but I understand why he's off his rocker. I understand why he feels the way he feels. But if in some ways he gets off on just trying to just trying to piss, just trying to not piss, but he's trying to like fight people. If that's all there is to it, this guy needs some serious help. But away from him for a minute. I go out in public, and I've had some encounters myself, but I try to keep my encounters like really reasonable. If it gets worse, I just walk away. And I think walking away is not just for them, but it's for you, because if you walk away, then it's much better for you. It's much better. It's much better for you, and you don't have to worry about making situations worse. Now, I will admit, like I said, I suffer from depression, and this is the thing that happens when I suffer from depression. It goes from a list of things like it goes to like insecurities, low self esteem, poor self image. Could be a lot of things. Again, I am not 5 feet tall. I'm at best probably 5'8". At very best 5'8". But I know how it feels to have low self-esteem. I know how it feels to be depressed. I know exactly how it feels to just feel like I'm lacking something. I don't have I don't have the confidence to go out there and take on the world, and I just feel like, oh man, it just feels, sometimes it can feel debilitating. I see a therapist. I see a therapist every week, and I also see, I also get more help. I get more help to deal with my problems. So this helps me to like deal with the way the world is around me. So that way, I won't lose my mind. I won't feel like I've just lost everything. And also, I have things to keep me going. I have things like I'm a comic book collector. I collect comic books, and if it's not so much a new book I'm looking for, it's an old book I'm looking for that I love. It's something like that. You know, I'm burying myself here. So I guess I can say I'm going to be honest, and I'm telling more than I should. Relationship wise, I'm not in that because, well, for one thing, I'm kind of picky about who I'm in a relationship with, and besides, they have to like me as much as I like them. So, there's got to be an attraction there, and if there's not an attraction there, I'm not going to be with them just to be with them. But my point is, although this guy has flown completely off the handle, and I can understand that him flying off the handle in a lot of public areas and everything like that. That's understandable because that's to some degree understandable because all that is just pent up anger, pent up rage, and a lot a lot of deep seated insecurities. So I understand that. But it's never okay to do that because the problem is when you have these public rages and public tirades and things like that, it only serves to make you look bad. It serves to make you look like a villain. It serves to make you look foolish. So the best thing to do is not to be a part of that. And it's, whatever you can do to exercise your anger without hurting anyone or any animals or whatever. You have to find safe ways to vent without hurting yourself or hurting anybody else. So I think we need to deal with why people like the bagel boss guy are constantly in a rage into why and why do they have this deep-seated anger and this deep-seated rage about things, because if we don't deal with it soon, it's going to get worse and worse from here. Depression is nothing, and again, don't let anyone think that depression has nothing to do with it, because depression has everything to do with it. Depression has everything to do with it. And anytime someone tells you that it has nothing to do with it, and they think that they have their own ideas of what they think it is, I think you should just not you shouldn't take it too seriously. Now you should take the problems seriously. You should take the problems that people have very seriously, because this is something that seriously should be addressed, and it needs to be addressed soon. Thank you so much.